Which way am I going here, guys? There's a barracks. Yeah, this is it. That's an absolute load of them now. We've aggroed every zebedee in the camp. That's the next barracks. Ooh. Just made that one. What I might be able to do now I'm here, let's see if we've got any 380. A little bit. Just shoot through the windows. Now we're at lower. It's 45, so let's get that. Get some 380s in. I don't know how else to do this, because you're never going to get it with stealth when there's this many Zeds around in a small area. So there's that, there's that. Right, let's start, see if we can pop some of these off. Right. There's one. Two. Come on, zombie boy. I know that ain't gonna work. Trying to get them to stack up. Bloody move, soon as that's what they do, as soon as you try and shoot, they move. I don't think I can get this guy, even leaning like that. I don't think that'll hit. No. It's like they're all stuck there, isn't it? There you go, that's unstuck them. Have another clip there. So I've got 2 rounds in it then. He's got a plate on, so I might check that. Jesus, they just won't die, will they? Thing is, I'm not hitting him in the plate there. Get both these clips loaded up. There's a lot less anyway now. We're starting to get into them. So guys, this is Tisy again. This is sort of part 2 of Mission to Tisy. We're on Tisy base. And that's basically what we're into at the moment. Where are these bloody idiots? There he is. shot him twice. This is 3 times. Got him in 4. Keep loading these clips up. Sounds a lot quieter out there. Obviously the Z's there, but it's a lot quieter. Just see what his plate's like. Badly damaged, okay. Fair enough. See, someone's been here, haven't they? Because all these doors are open. I've not been in there, so let's have a look in the L. Trouble is, all these Zs, I'm using more ammo than I've picked up. Empty that, bit of 380 for the score. Okay, rounds. Really slim pickings so far. Right, so we've done all those first 2 barracks there. Let's have a look at some of these Zs in case they got any bullets. Tin a tuner. Obviously he had the plate on, but it was no good. Tack gloves are better than what I've got. It's really slim pickings, isn't it? Really slim. Some more wins. We still haven't got a Tundra though, or a Blaze. Getting a few doors open here and there. This is like the firing range. See if there's anything I can get up and stand on. Good day. Good night. And good night. See if we can get some more barracks and tents now. It's going to be a struggle this because there's so many Zs. That's the problem. I've got so many Zeds. It doesn't matter if we re-loot anything from yesterday, because obviously all the gear would have respawned, so... Right, we've got a camo. A hanger. And some containers. Let's have a look. Bomber jacket, oh my god. See how sparse the rounds are, 45 ACP and there's 2 rounds. KM, well that'd be fine if I had a SK or something, but very rarely find a KM. Loads of Zeds there, don't need to be there though. It's, the barracks. Just doesn't seem to be any gear, you know. It's all either someone's taken it all or there wasn't much here to start with. Probably a bit of both, to be fair. This is where we came in. Bloody hell. Wolves. Friggin' wolves. All we need. I think really now let's get out of here. So even when I'm getting into the barracks, there's just nothing there on my right hand side, the wolves. Aggro to Z. Might get attacked by Zeds and wolves here. The PvP runs on this until the PV runs on this. Swap guns as well until 9 o'clock tonight. So my thought is, why don't I get back to the airfield? See what I can get in there. But with that said, there's not many people on the server, so it may be more a case of just travelling the quickest way back down through the coast. Might be the better answer. If I need more ammo, I've always got Prison Island and all that area. But let's get off here first. surprised those wolves haven't been on. As soon as you hear wolves howling, that's it, they're going to be on you, but they've not got on us yet. Got a load of gear to sort out. I might go in this barn, actually. Big explosion there, in that direction. Could be from the airfield. We're right near it, but... Whew. Right, let's see what we've got from there. So we've got one extra clip there. Is that a 101? Yeah, so I've picked that up basically for the ammo. What else did we get from there? We got more win rounds, so we've got loads of them now. They're tracers, I think. Let's sort the 45s. Okay. So those ones will combine with those. They must be they're the tracers. So they must be tracers. Okay. Don't need that compass. I spotted that when I was looking back at the stream, thinking, why are you carrying a compass with a friggin' map? What else? Got a hunting scope. Well, that might come in handy. Could do with pouches, really, you know, for the... Let's just see where we are here now. That's that town just after the airfield. So if I can bypass that, I think, and go more that way. Again, guys, I usually don't use the map, but I very rarely come this far north past the airfield. Ooh. So Sunday matinee tomorrow, that'll be the big one. Always the Friday and Saturday are sort of very quiet streams, not many people watching, so everyone's out. But you see, I know this server's going to be pretty quiet today, so it'll give me a chance to gear up and get back. That's what I'm looking to do, really, more than anything. Gear up and get back. Now, the airfield is PvP until 9 o'clock tonight. So let me just have a look. What time is it now? It's 8:15 now. So I've got 45 minutes where I can possibly have a fight, and then as soon as 9 o'clock comes, you can't shoot anyone. It's a ban. So I'm going to have to go quickly through here. Quick as I can. So when it being PVE, the military zones, you're in more danger from the Zeds than you are from people. I've just seen a thumbnail. I've got to do this one. Can't help myself. If I see a thumbnail, I've got to get it. There you go. I have got one with a wheel, but I'm going to... because that's pretty cool as well, isn't it? Right, there's the thumbnails done. Need to just get a bearing again now, because I've done all that. It's that way, pretty much, I think. Yeah, that's spot on, that. Let's go. Yeah, so I've been straight. There's not... Again, Friday, Saturday, this sort of time, there's not usually many people around. People are out. Depending what country they're in, they're out in the day. So if they're in the US now, or if they're in the UK, they're out at night, so on and so forth. So it is very quiet this sort of time. But again, I know the stream itself is going to be quiet, so, you know, the actual server. And I want to get back into the map, really. Coming as far as Tisy. Tisy actually isn't part of the PvP area. I think I need to eat here as well. Spotted there, we've actually got chlorine tablets as well. Right, let's go. So I'm looking to try and get back to the airfield around Bash and reloot that, basically. Reloot Bash. And just from there then start heading south. And that'll pull us back into the map. I know this is famous last words, but this server seems to, considering the amount of mods it's got on it, seems to run very, very well without lag. I like that. I'll say that now. We'll get all red warnings up for the server. All sorts of shit. this is what we're going to do. We're going to push back now into the map. Tisy was a bit of a washout. Probably wasted more bullets than I got, you know, anything there. We already had a plate. We already had a good backpack. Right, here's the airfield. So we've got to work out now what part of the airfield. Now it's PvP here, so I've got to be really careful. Let's get the map. I think Bash is on the right, isn't it? Or left of where I'm looking. Yeah, it is. So if I come up here and go slightly to the left, that should take us back into Bash this way. Not heard any shots yet. I'm not surprised though with the pop on the server. But yeah, let's get into. We may have to just load our silence weapons up as well before we get into Bash, because there will be a lot of Zeds there. So oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Now I am hearing a lot of Zeds walking around here, but right, that's the scope. And that's the Colt. Right, let's do it. Bloody hell. There's an absolute load of them. Take them down to the track, just so we got a bit of open ground. Whew. God, there's a lot of them, aren't there? This one's got a plate on. Let's just see if we can take him out with a fist and see if we can get a pristine plate. Be a lot of hits on him, I'll need. Let's have a look. No, it's like it's damaging him, isn't it? I don't know if that's part of the update that it does that. I think I'm just going to go for the Colt here. Because before, if you just did it with your fists, you'd get the plate pristine. But now it seems to be that, you know, even though I was deliberately hitting him in the head, it still didn't go pristine on the plate. Someone's been here. So that's not looking good. Yes, that is one of the things we needed. Brilliant. Right, well, it was worth coming just for that. You know, that was one of the main things we needed, was we needed the pouches there for the plate, and now we've got them. The other thing we wanted was an assault helmet. So we've got the visor for it, but we haven't got the helmet. And get rid of this sort of third world helmet thing that I've got on. Okay, that's all we've got there, so swap onto that. Well, actually, what I might do is let's get the bigger clip. Let's get the one with the 7 rounds on it. Okay, let's go. I did that, so it's this one. I'm sure Tisy would have had loads of stuff going on, to be honest. Weren't it a PVE server, we would have got really mega geared from there, but that's just the type of server we're on. Right, last barracks. Good finds, because we're getting low on food. Nothing, is there? You know, Northwest Airfield, and we got nothing out of it. I'm not even going to bother with the camo. Switch to the 16. I think what I'd like to do is just get out of here, and be honest. Let's rock down here first. And this gets us off the base. Right, we're gone. And then for me now, what I'd like to do is just line up really. Should be sort of that direction. And go. And that'll take us south then. That's what I'm looking for. Just go south. Strange place there to my right to see his head. Often when you see his heads that are out of place, it's because they've chased someone out of, you know, out of wherever they've been. So yeah, we'll just start running down the map now. Just spotted as well this hunter jacket's seen better days. Have got a sewing kit. Tomorrow, when I do the matinee, it will be PvP and not PvE. But I wanted to get on the reason I'm doing it, because I don't usually stream on the Saturday, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to get back down. We've gone as far north as it gets to Tisy. Heli. I think that went down on the airfield, that. So I'm not going to investigate it. The temptation for me is VMC, but the trouble is they're all crawling with bloody Zeds. Right, well that only needs one lot of repair, so we'll do that now. Get that sorted. There you go. Now we're looking tip-top shape, guys. So I'm going to keep heading south to London. Bit of a base there. Interesting. This part isn't finished. Right, south it is, guys. South it is. Let's get back on that coast. This is going to take ages because of where I am on the map. It's going to take a good half an hour to get back to the coast, I think. Why is this so difficult? I don't. Why is it so difficult? Yeah. If I could find it again. That's the thing. It's that's a good base, that, because it was right on its own. You know, it was there's just nothing near it. And really, the only reason I've run across it is because instead of taking a normal route, because I've got a map, I'm running straight to where I'm going. Whereas obviously, if you don't have a map, you usually just follow things, you know, like power lines and that. Welcome to the stream, though difficult. It's a very, very quiet one today, mate. I don't usually stream on a Saturday, so and Friday and Saturday are always quiet. Yeah, it was just behind where that road. See where that road goes across the two lines. That's basically where it was. So it's about level with East Industrial. Oh, hi Ian. You all right, mate? Nice to have you on the stream, Ian. I say it's not going to be a, you know, this is a PVE one. We're chilling out. You know, I think the PvP's over by 9. But it's irrelevant really, because all I'm trying to do now is go directly to the coast. I can remember exactly where that base is though, because it's the only trouble is on like on a lot of servers, you got to wait until the next weekend before you can raid. There's a PD there. Shall we have a go? We could do with some 3.8 in 45, so it's worth a lot. Switch to the Colt. Yeah, Ian, I'm going to do, when I do the matinee tomorrow, which I do from much earlier, I'm going to go back to our PvP stuff. Yeah, give him a week to farm the... Oh, we're in... this is Berezino. So actually, if we're in Berezino, why not go back through Berezino? I fancy that, you know. I do fancy that. Let's go back through Alta and Berezino. We'll go that way. Because the map was so quiet yesterday that I'm wondering if there's people are hanging around in Berezino, so that'll sort that, and it's the quickest way back, really. Yeah, there you go. There's the 380. It was worth coming in. I'll take that and get the bullets out of it after. Just get through here as quick as we can. Glock. Don't really need it. Another Glock. Don't really need it. It's got a lot of rounds in it, mind. But we just don't need another gun. Right, let's go to the hunting shop. There's a well over to the left as well, which we'll have a look at in a minute. There are Zeds around. Hopefully I can get in and out quickly. I don't want to drop this jacket because I love the colour of it. But that is pristine. and that's worn. No, I'm going to leave this on because it looks cool. Sod it. There's a Z milling about outside the building. Just do this until I'm full and then we'll fill it up. But there's a Z right next to me, so I've got to be careful. Oh, 15 dry bags. Yeah. That is so good. That is so good. Thing with DayZ, you do all that, you know, you find that it's like the find of the century, that, isn't it? And then you get shot by someone camping in a bush. Oh dear. That stays. I'm not looking at the screen if I crash into anything. I'm just sorting my chat out. There you go. Yeah, it's so. The reason it's really hard to find stashes is because you're kind of not looking. I'm not sure if they fixed the glitch yet, but what you used to do is you'd cut a bush down, dig the hole, put the stash in under the bush, and then when the server reset, the bush would reset with it. I don't know if they closed that loophole. So, coming out of Berezino, heading towards Alta. So we don't need no map. Let's see if we're OP on the fences. Made that one. Yeah, that's so good, Ian. I've never been that lucky, but you know, I'm not I'm not always that observant to stuff like that. Suppose it'll happen one day, you'll just be looking, you'll see this pile, think, what's that? So what happened after then, Ian? Did you just continue on in the car from where we were, or? I'm trying to think if this is the same server. I think that was the other server. This is the bigger one. I can't remember what the other guy's name was. Something like "Don't Shoot Danny" or something. Danny Don't Shoot. That was it. Danny Don't Shoot. Yeah, he wasn't the best driver in the world, mate. That's why I took over the driving. I think, to be fair on him, he was on PS4 and everything was just really sketchy, and it was. Well, once I took over the driving, it was a lot faster. But PS5, you just don't get those. You know, you get a couple of little, you know, where it sticks a little bit, but you don't get those huge lags like you get on PS4. PS4 just can't keep up with cars, really, unfortunately. I think he kept thinking that I was going to nick the car off him as well, which I wasn't. Well, it did cross my mind at one point, but no, I agree, mate. If we had been in the right place, I would have made it so we dropped him. But yeah, he did have a weird vibe. I know exactly what you mean. And he was all complaining as well because there was no loot and that Zeleno. But I mean, I thought about shooting him and driving the car in the water. Well, I wasn't going to go that far, but I was thinking about abandoning. The thing with me is I never betray anyone in DayZ. If I become friends with someone, I'll never betray them. That's my rule. So even if I sort of get where I'm not that comfortable with them, I still won't do that betrayal, you know. But I was tempted just to sort of drop him, as in sort of say, "Oh, you search that bit," and then just deliberately get split up and run off. But yeah, I don't like betrayals. And I think if you're gonna be friendly with someone, be friendly. I know it's a game and it's like a role play, but I think you know if you're friendly with someone, just be true to it, you know. Well, you got to have a bit of fun, Ian. You know what I mean? Got to have a bit of fun. Right, there's the Radio Shark. We'll have a look in there. There's a base there because there's a flag. Right, don't want to go there. There's barbed wire on it. Yeah, well done too, whoever's built this. If I had a box of nades, I'd try and take that wall out, but I've only got one nade and a flashbang, so it's not worth the risk, the hassle. But yeah, back to PvP on Sunday. I've enjoyed these chill ones though. Not loads happening, but you keep because you're not worried about other players, you can kind of explore the map and take things in when you do it like this. I'm just going to check this Humvee and then I'll tag back down towards Berezino. Got some under there? Nope. Couldn't do it. Right, off we go, guys. That was Alta. I'll just check that stand while I may as well check the stand while I'm here. There's no reason why I shouldn't. God, it's sad. There's just no loot at all, is there? So off to Berezino. So again, this is going to be a bit of a long run to Berezino. Not a lot on the way really. There's one town. That's all we're going to come across. But my whole aim here, guys, is putting myself back on the coast. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, we've been as far north as you can get at Tisy. And actually going to Berezino, what that does is it gets us to the coast quicker. And then we've got the run down through all the spawn points like Nishnai, Solnichi, so on and so forth. So I'm sure though, guys, when I've been on this server before, there's more loot than that in the bases. There's like nothing there. It's just absolutely nothing there. Yeah, which is more or less where we were. You know, we were a long way west in, obviously up in Zeleno and Pavlovo, Green Mountain, all the way through there. Green Mountain, there's always a base on Green Mountain. Always. It's a good place to harvest loot, really, because obviously, you're gonna spawn. So it's probably not tier 1, but you're gonna spawn military gear there, and you've got the summer camp on the side of the mountain as well. Mishkino would be a good one, where we went to the tents, but not obviously not that part in Mishkino town itself. But I don't know if it's just this weekend, but these PVE ones are low pop at the moment. Yeah, great. Again, great for harvesting. What you want really though is a server where you're getting. There's one I'm playing at the moment. You know, where you're getting more inland spawns. The trouble is, if you put anything up near Tisy, and it's a server like this, which is all coastal spawn, it's a hell of a. You know, if something does happen to you, it's a hell of a run back. So I'd say we've got about another, and you can time me on this, I reckon we've got about another 10 minutes to Berezino. This is the little town coming up. Might be a bit less actually. That's it, it's finding the perfect server, isn't it, really? If you can find the perfect server where it's got the spawns you want. Right, I'm just going to search the... I may as well get some water, and I'll search the hunting shop as well while we're here, which is just over on the right. No, it's not. It's straight ahead. It is over on the right, but it's a bit further up. I thought we'd come in from up there. So the well will be the first thing we see. So let's get this ready. Just kind of hoping no Zeds spawn in here. Yeah, there's some there. One there. Oh god, there's loads of them. Right near the hunting shop as well. These idiots are both together. Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. I think the big thing is don't force a teammate. Never force it. That's the bad one when you force. Don't turn right. Turn right. Is this bugger running now? Hopefully, I stealth killed him. Hopefully, she's not aggroed anyone else. That bayonet is on point for taking zombies out. Oh, there's another one there. Let's see if we can stealth kill it. It's one of those that keeps running. This will be a little harder. It's sort of a stealth kill. Well, that'll get us the water. Getting leathered there. The more of them I take out like that, though, the safer it gets, so... Bit of patience instead of just running straight in there always pays. He says as he gets tackled by 27 zombies. I'll tell you what, as well, I don't need... what am I doing here? Bloody hell, started emptying it. I don't need to do this, really, because I've got chlorine tabs, haven't I? So I don't know why I'm even bothering, but anyway. Let's see, let's go around the back of the hunting shop. Baseball bat. Baseball bat and some pepper seeds. Right, let's rock out. What nick is that knife in now? Damaged. We have got a sharpening stone. That'll take it back to 1. Not tried that one. You're terrible, Ian. Terrible. Don't give me ideas. On the other server, the one that we're on, what I have got, and I was tempted with this, but again, I'd never be. But it just crossed my mind. I had a landmine, and there was a real temptation when the other guy went upstairs in PD to put the landmine on the bottom of the stairs. But as I say, I can't, you know. Oh, yes, yeah, of course, mate. The only thing is, do you want we were on Livo, weren't we? Yeah, it just looks like any other fat. I'm just trying to think. Seb, let me because the trouble I'm having is that this server that I'm on is very, very low pop. And my plan is on this server is just to get back to the coast, which we're right next to now. But then obviously try and swap round to something that's got a higher pop on it. Are you alright with Cherno? Like a Cherno sort of more PvP type affair. Just do me a favour, Seb. Just send us on, you know, on game base. Just send me a message that I can respond to. And when I get down to Berezino, I'll check out what we've got. I don't know if you want to do the same, Ian, as well. I'm looking at a server switch, but I need the messages through Gamebase so people can't see which server we're on, you know. Absolutely terrible, Ian. This is a clean family channel. Yeah, what I'll do when I get to... So we're in Berezino now, so we've done what we wanted to do. We've got from Tisy through to Berezino. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a chat, guys. I'll pause the stream at some point, and then I'm just going to have a chat on Gamebase. And just have a look and see what we can do. because the pop on this server is bad. So, and I think it's literally just because it's. Ian, you're terrible. Absolutely terrible. I think you were excellently well behaved when we played the other day. Right, so let's get up. So what I'm going to do, let's get just in an Overwatch position on Berezino. Which that'll do there, those two trees. And I'm just going to nip to game base now. And see what we can do. So, just pausing the stream, guys. Back in a sec. I'm back. Seb, what's your game handle again, mate? Are you there? What's your PSN? Just gonna give Seb a minute here while I go to PD. Just aggro every Z in the town. Why not? Couple of rounds for the SSG. See, no one's been here. Shotty, don't need it. With what I've got, I don't need it. managed to give them the slip, didn't we? God, my shooting's terrible today. What have we got in the school? Should actually be able to get on that, shouldn't I? Oh, out of ammo. Stay still. God, why are they running away? Generation 0. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one. I've never seen that where the zombies actually just run away. Must be scared of me. Right, let's get back on track now. Head out towards Nishnoi. Well, we're back on the coast anyway, that's where we wanted to be. As I say, at some point I'm going to switch server and we'll get a bit of PvP done. Just waiting for Seb there, see what he's doing. Not sure if Ian wants to come on as well. Get a little squad action going. Got that tree a minute ago looked just like a person, or a Z just standing there. So what I thought might be the case, that there'd be a load in Berezino, there was no one there. Yeah, what I'll do, I think what we could do is when I swap server, because as we're friends, you can just join that server, if you know what I mean. So if you want to do that, and same for Seb, and then we'll. I know on the server and thinking about, I'm in Zeleno, and the spawns are inland on it. So all the spawns are, well, as far as I can remember, are inland, sort of mid-map. So you could be as far up as, say, Gorka or something like that, but it's all middle map stuff. Okay, just heard back from Seb. I'm just going to stop for a second. No whitelist, mate. No whitelist. Hello, hello. Hello. Hey, dude, you not got that bloody fan on again, have you? Hello.
Can't hear it.
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. Seb's got his fan on.
I was looking at your video. I was like, oh, why is he not joining?
Yeah, well, it's tomorrow, really. I was talking about, but I wasn't going to stream tonight. And then
Yeah.
because on this server I was stuck up in Tisy, and I wanted to get back onto the coast, so I think what you
Oh, you're
need.
playing 10 hours?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see you're somewhere around. Looks like Electro.
No, I mean just coming into Nishnoi from Berezino. But
Uh,
what I was going to do is, if I switch server, yeah, you should be able to join that server, shouldn't you? Without me having to
I
say,
should.
yeah. So do you want me to do that now?
I think, yeah, you can.
Okay, right, 2 minutes.
Right.